Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal. Welcome back to another weight loss video. Let's dive right in. For those that need some tough love. Disclaimer from Luke Narwhal before we get into the post. Please see a doctor before attempting anything to do with weight loss, and no one solution will fit everyone. I wanted to make a post to motivate some people on the subreddit and give you some tough love that hopefully helps you realize that weight loss is a long-term lifestyle choice and it's hard. Do your homework, commit to a routine, and deal with it. No one feels sorry for you but you. I often read posts that say things like, I just can't count calories. It doesn't work, it's hard, it is confusing. I don't understand why I'm gaining weight even though I'm in a calorie deficit. I don't want to work out, I don't have the motivation, etc. No matter your age, sex, religion, or color, your body works the same as everyone else. Your calories in have to be less than your calories out, barring extraneous health conditions like a thyroid condition. That's it. That's the secret. No, you're not special because you eat 1,200 calories and still gaining weight. You are not counting correctly and you need fewer calories. Take the time to calculate your basal metabolic rate, total daily energy expenditure, and macronutrients. No, you're not stupid because you have trouble understanding calorie and macronutrient counting. I had a hard time too. It's not necessarily intuitive stuff. However, I bet you have no idea what 8 ounces looks like, and that's a problem. The difference between you and me is that I took the time to learn and understand it. Take the time to study calories and macronutrient intake. It will help you make better, healthier choices. No, you don't have to work out to lose weight, but it's a whole lot easier to lose weight if you do. In fact, you can eat more calories if you work out. Maybe you're miserable because your 1,200 calories a day in Netflix binge leaves you empty inside. Literally. Maybe if you worked out, you could have 2,000 calories a day, feel and look stronger, and still have time to binge watch your shows. No, you're not just gaining muscle at the same rate you're losing fat. If you're eating at a 500 calorie deficit, you should be losing a pound per week. And you're not gaining a pound per week in muscle, especially if this has been going on for months. You are not eating at the deficit you think you are. Your muscle growth will not entirely cancel out your fat loss. No, your highly restrictive diet is not sustainable and is setting you up for failure. Stop thinking carbs or fats are what's making you fat. The quantity in which you eat them are making you fat. When you cut carbs and or fat out of your diet completely, you develop insatiable cravings. Cravings lead to failed diets, and failed diets lead to weight gain. I don't even know you, but I believe you are capable of losing weight. I don't think you believe you're capable of losing weight. Look at yourself in the mirror next time your self-doubts and impulses get in the way of a healthy choice. The face staring back is the one responsible for failing or succeeding. Be an adult, take care of yourself, and commit. I know you can do this. With love, Harry. It's so interesting how much your mindset plays a role in how easy or hard weight management is. I've absolutely gone through ruts where motivation and energy are at an all-time low, and stress is at an all-time high. Counting calories and exercising feels like an insurmountable task. Binging on comfort foods is like a warm blanket. Yet other times, it's beyond easy to track my calories, stay on top of meal prepping, and I actually look forward to my daily exercise. Ironically, the best way to get out of a negative headspace is by forcing yourself to eat nutritiously and exercise. Both of those things will help improve energy, alertness, focus, and reduce stress. It's just a matter of getting past that first mental hurdle to make it happen, and sticking with it long enough to start seeing the positive benefits. And I totally agree that everyone should take the time to educate themselves on how weight loss works. Google is your friend, as well as the quick start guide on the sidebar of the subreddit. It's kind of funny and kind of sad when someone makes a long post complaining about not losing weight. Then when asked if they count calories, they say, no, I don't do that, it's too hard. The fact is that a lot of people lack the drive to want to put in the work. This is such a well-written post. A thing I've noticed in various fitness subreddits is that people don't count all their food, and it's usually really bad ones. Coffees. I'm talking fancy Starbucks latte, not an espresso or Americano. Olive oil, avocados, and butter. In my experience, it's only really bad and hard for 3 to 4 months, while your brain adjusts. My body has no problem adjusting in a couple of days, but telling my brain how much a portion of pasta is, that's a different deal altogether. I want to pipe in that the goal is not to lose weight. The goal is to be a healthy weight. Figure out the lifestyle needed to be that healthy person. Calories, exercise, hobbies, how to socialize without compromising health. And then just start living that life, and your weight will go down and fitness up and all that jazz. If you go for drastic calorie reduction and crazy exercise, then you haven't learned how to live healthy, you've just learned how to diet. And thanks for this. I've been trying to lose the baby weight the last year, and I count calories, but to be honest, I just give in to my cravings too often, so I'm not at a deficit. It's very hard for me to resist my cravings because eating is something enjoyable and comforting in my otherwise monotonous mom life. Better fix that. Just remember that when you do count your calories, you're able to treat yourself and satisfy cravings because you can count and plan ahead. You don't have to be miserable. Treat yourself as long as your macros allow for it. Example, I'm shy 125 to 250 calories every day. I just get full and hit my protein macro, so sometimes I'll have a cold pint or two of Guinness, 125 calories, as a treat for myself after dinner. I think a big thing that many people get wrong is that even if at a calorie deficit, they expect to lose a few pounds overnight. They want immediate results, and if they don't lose a bit within 24 hours, they'll usually make up a reason why it just doesn't work for them, many of which you have listed, and will treat themselves to a day or two of fast food. Thank you for this. I get so worn out with people who swear they don't overeat but can't lose weight. They just have to be more conscious of what they eat and be honest with themselves. The fat acceptance movement is putting out so much misinformation, and people grab it up because they want to believe. I was talking with my wife a while ago about my current unhappiness regarding my weight and the struggle to lose it. She made a comment along the lines of, "Do you think that maybe your body is just naturally supposed to be heavier?" But using some buzzword phrase I'm positive she saw on Instagram. My response? Frig no. There's no way that anyone is naturally supposed to be obese to be healthy. Healthy at any size is an absolute friggin' lie. Sure, you can be happy at any size, I suppose, but healthy? No. Your heart is working overtime to pump blood through blood vessels constricted with fat day in and day out. Your other organs are having to work overtime with hormone regulation, your bones and joints are being stressed, your sleep sucks, and even your MEX drive is impacted. Diabetes, sleep apnea, congestive heart failure, stroke, embolism, there are all sorts of life-changing and life-ending impacts from being obese. I've lost 15 pounds since that conversation, but I still have a long way to go to be healthy. You can still accept someone if they choose to remain overweight, but in no way should it ever be considered healthy. But I don't wanna. I joined the subreddit because I need the magic that will make me instantly thin. Proceeds to stuff my face with 10 cupcakes, not all 12 because I have discipline, and I'll have half a carrot for dinner. Thanks for these encouraging words. I've found this general approach to be the most helpful for me personally. Food and weight and health are all very personal things, so your getting healthy mindset has to be developed in a very personalized way. The reason I got so overweight was because I didn't hold up my end of the health bargain. I didn't take care of myself properly while knowing full well what was going to happen. For that reason, a slightly harsh and slightly chastising approach like your post here is perfect for me. Your post is the same way I talked to myself through my weight loss process this year, and I found it very inspiring and encouraging. But everyone's different though. I can see this mindset doesn't work for everybody, but for me personally, it's really the only approach that makes sense. Tough love, but these are the facts. I'm 68 now, but in the best shape of my life. Most of my life I've been a runner, but the weight just kept creeping up. In my 40s, I used to run 10 kilometers every weekday, and I never lost weight because I used to think, I just did a 10K, I can eat as I please. And no, calories in, calories out. Weight loss really does start in the kitchen, and it wasn't until I accepted this fact that I started dropping the weight. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. Down 4 stone in 10 months, 56 pounds, 25 kilos, 1 more stone to lose. It's always the before and after pics that keep me motivated.